Alright, hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another of our base tour videos here. Again, if you guys have any base builds that you want me to showcase on here, send them in, join the Discord in the description, and let me get them that way. That way we can make a compilation here and check out everybody else's bases. So I loved reading all the comments, everybody else's first bases and stuff like that. It really brings you back to that time when you're first building your grass wall mansion or whatnot. So we're back here with part two. This is my newest save after the original one. So this one I made when Hot and Hazy came out. So we do have a little bit of experience building under our belt. So we'll go ahead and take a look at these ones. I think we got another 5 or something like that. So in this one, you can see this is our first base over here. A drastic change from the first base in our initial game. So this one, obviously, we waited. We still got the grass wall mansion up here, but we reinforced a little bit more with actual palisades rather than just grass walls around the outside. So around the outside here, we do have our little outside patio, and again, we have the wraparound porch up top as well. A little bit more protection because this time I started noticing the wolf spider would come around a lot more. So we wanted to have added protection. So we've got our garden areas back here as well, which I really don't use the garden patches, but we have stuff in here just for the other, just if needed. We do have our back door, as always, just another way to get in. And then since I was constantly going back and forth over here, I got tired of running around, so we just built some little grass stairs to get up right here as well. And then now we'll go ahead and take a peek inside. So this one was pretty basic as well. I tried to get a little creative here at the beginning. So we do have our little sitting room in here. We're missing a chair, but we got a washroom right here, a little sink. And then we have our bathroom in here. So let's see what we got in here. I think we got, oh, we're out of toilet paper, but we got our little toilet here. You know, see now that we have our hot deposit, you know, icon there. The great drought ends, return of moisture. We got some reading material. So we tried to get a little cute and creative with this one, but that's about as far as it goes. So we've got our roasting spits here. Obviously, we've got 4 over here. We've got food always on there. We've got our ovens. We've got some spinning wheels. We've got our storage up here, all broken down by how we use it. Our workbench. And then we keep going up over here. We've got our water, our dew collectors, water container. We've got a bunch of jerky racks for our berry leather. And we do just have a little bed right here so we can get that comfortable sleep. And then all our food items up here. One of the other things I did on this one too was add on afterwards. Added a little weapon and armor building up here. So we used to have all of our weapons showing up over here until we built our new base, and then all our armor dummies were up here just to kind of showcase that for videos, as well as keeping them all in one place so I could swap them out easily. So a far cry from the initial base that we had in our first save. So that's this one. Now we're gonna head over to something else that I made. It's not really a base, but it's more of a factory that I made for explosives on one of our videos that we were testing. So we're gonna go head over to our explosives factory. We'll be right back. Alright, so just a short run from the mysterious machine over here. This is our explosives factory. Now I made this little base just because for 2 reasons. One, I was trying to test out explosives on insects, so I had to make a ton of splat bursts, or brat bursts rather, and splat birds. So we built this little area just so I could run in there, get some red ant eggs, and then come straight over here and start making explosives. So I was doing this. I made this just as like a little test to see if I could get the ants to go after food without going after me. So they never really broke through it, but somehow they did get the food off the roasting spit. So that was a failed experiment. We just got a little pathway right through here. You know, just something easy. Got a little walkway over here. And off to the side out here on the little patio area, we again have our dew collector, a little water container in there. Just a little nice little area to hang out at. And obviously this is just our little tiny home living, so we literally just have explosives and a workbench in here. I think we do have some roasting spits up here with some food, just in case I needed some while I was over here, and a lean-to just in case it was dark. You know, just some basic stuff over here. But that was mainly our explosives factory just for making brat bursts and splat bursts. That way I didn't have to worry about the eggs hatching before I got back to my base. Alright, so now we're going to go head over towards the hedge and take a look at our hedge base. I believe that was the second base we made in this file, so we'll zoom over there and see you guys in a second. All right, so we're over here at Aphid Island, and you can see we've got a little walkway here. So I got tired of having the aphids and weevils just feel all lonely out on this island. So we made this little walking path just for them to get some exercise and go head over and explore some more areas that they weren't able to get to previously. Actually, I built this because it was a pain in the butt trying to get weed stems and everything over in this area for our hedge bases. You can see it coming up over here. And then we had to build this little gate here because wolf spiders were chasing me, and then when I would run over here, they would tear it up. So we had to reinforce it with a pebblet foundation. We put up these palisade walls and gates just to keep them out. But this is probably the biggest base I've built so far because it does go up into the hedge. But you can see the basic base down here at the beginning, and then we've got a little hedge getaway up top. So we'll go into that. Over here, I got tired of looking for sap, so we got a bunch of sap collectors over here doing that for us. And then, obviously, pebblet foundation, we built mushroom bricks over here. We've got some of the pillars and everything right here. Our nice little broodmother trophy hanging out front. And then pretty basic in here, so we've got a bunch of spinning wheels, you know, our workbench, our storage. We've got our water container, a bunch of roasting spits over here, our ovens, our grinders, some more storage over here. And then, of course, I always like having multiple entrance and exits to my bases. So we've got this one over here as well, and kind of get an idea of what's going on up there. There is a zip line, which we don't really use zip lines in this save that I have right now. That may change, but who knows? We do have this zip line over here, again, for stems. So what I was doing was going up on top of the wall over there, cutting down all the weeds up there, and then sending the stems over by zip line, throwing them on this pallet, and then bringing them over to the base for our building there. So, nice little window up there in the peak. So obviously a far cry again from our second base over there. This is we had a few pets over here, so this was the little pet area. You can see we tried to give them little obstacles and stuff to play around on and stuff. But we don't have pets anymore because they just are too much of a pain to take care of, and I don't have time for that. So heading up here into the little hotel area, we got some stuffed mites hanging out, and you can see this. So all feather roof and mushroom bricks on that. And then up here we went more natural with the weed stems look. So we've got all our stuffed animals, stuffed insects rather, over here. Got some gnats, we got some stuffed infected weevils, we got a bombardier beetle over here. Clean. We got some fireflies up here, we got our trophies, the wolf spider head mounts. So this is going to be a little weapon area that we're going to have here. Just some armor dummies, like a little shop, you know. And then over here, we've got just some more decorative insects hanging out. Then we do have our one little berry factory right here, so we'd come over here, I'd knock my berry down, like so. And then we would throw our berries right on the jerky racks right here. Saved a lot of time, actually, by doing it like this. Just wish we had more berries, but it's still easy. We just go into the hedge and get those. So we do have a little hotel area up here. We'll go check that out. So double beds, we got a little bit of artwork in here. You know, we've got some chairs, table and stuff. Nothing too fancy. Same thing up here. So just you can sit down on the chair and take in the hedge. A little bit more decorative than our first world, as I said. So got our stuffed bees flying around. Up here, we've got access up into the hedge here as well. So we got a few ladders and some pillars up here. This one's not done. So I may get back into working with this one, but who knows. But we do have access up into the hedge right here, so then our spiderlings can come over and bother us like they are now. So pretty cool little, just another way to get into the hedge instead of climbing up over there. Then over here, we've got another little access area up to another room that's in work right now, obviously not completed, but that's basically it for this little one. We were just trying to get more creative, you know, when we were trying to play the game in between updates, so decided to make this one over here. So next one, I think we'll head over to the sandbox, and that one's our true sandbox oasis. That one's inside the sandbox right over there by the water, so we'll go zip over there. We'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we're pretty near the sandbox right now, and over on this one, this is where I started building more outposts. So we do have a little outpost over here, just when I was running back and forth between the Black Ant Lab and the sandbox. Also, I built this up here just to get gum, but we've just got a roasting spit and a lean-to. Something simple if it gets dark and I need to eat some food or something like that. So I do have other ones like that where I've just put some chests over there too, so where I can just dump off resources, and then if I need to, I'll catch them on the way back. But typically I forget what I put in there, so it's always a nice surprise when I head back over there. So right around over here, I don't have an actual base built on the juice box on this one, but I did build a way up to get into the sandbox. So we'll go take a look at this and then head over and into the sandbox. So this one, I think I just have a little juice container to catch the juice out. Yeah, so it overflows. We'll take that juice, fill up, and we'll be back on our way. So again, just a lot easier to get into the sandbox this way, and a lot more protected. So we're gonna jump down and give you guys the full view, and then we'll jump in. So I built all these grass planks over here too, because again, I was chopping all the stems down around here, and I got tired of swimming around. So we did have to build some support under our building here. So we do still have some water to prevent the sizzle, but we can also access all the resources we need over here without swimming around trying to get them out. So we did have a way back up over here before I built the entrance up there, but antlions didn't like it too much, so it was destroyed. But we'll go ahead and give you a look at it from here. Hopefully this guy doesn't come over here. Alright, so there's the view right there. You can see it looks pretty big, but we don't use a lot of the space on this one. So when Hot and Hazy came out and we were over here in the sandbox more, obviously I used this base a lot more. But let's go ahead and take a peek inside. We do have some treasure right at our doorstep though, usually. Of course it's not here now. But so in this one, we don't have a whole lot. We just have we have our own antlion gear over here. We do have the red ant armor. And this is just stuff when I take back and forth. So crow feathers and stuff like that. Up here, just some storage. Again, another wraparound porch. I don't know why I started to do that a lot more. But trying to do weed stem floors with this whole thing would have been a pain. So we just kept it with the grass floors. We do have a lean-to down here. We've got some food in here, I believe. Some other resources. We've got a roasting spit. And then, of course, we have our ovens, our workbench, smithing station, a few spinning wheels, some jerky, our bed, and then our water up here. So we got this big, open, empty space, but I really wanted the high roofs in this one. So I thought that was pretty cool. But this was our little sandbox oasis. So now we're going to head over to, back to the pond, actually. So if you guys haven't seen my buoyant foundation video, we'll go ahead and give you a look at our floating base over at the pond. So again, we'll zip out of here and then zip right over there. See you in a second. Alright, so here's our little floating base on the pond here. So I did this just basically to test out the buoyant foundations to see if they would be worth it or not. It is a cool idea to be able to build on the pond, and I think I said, like in that video, when they do work on that upper pond, maybe it'd be something more effective and more useful to have something like that. But for now, this was just purely for testing, but you can see what we've done here. Oh, glad our ladder got messed up here. But we've got our little garden area over here as well, and our vegetables like to float out of the garden patches. And yeah, so got some garden patches up here. We got our jerky racks, we've got our dew collector, we've got our water container. Then we come down here inside the base, pretty basic. Another little tiny house living. So we got some spinning wheels, got our oven, grinder, some storage. Little table and chair, a bed, and then we've got our quick access underwater gear right here. So we've got our diving helmet and stuff like that. And then of course our storage and our workbench. So something basic, but it is cool to have a little base on top of the pond here. You just sit there and listen to the water going back and forth. It really helps you sleep. So, all right, I think our final base is going to be the one that we've built up into the wood. And so let's go take a look at that one. We'll be right back. Alright, so here we are up here on top of the rock. Now, this is the one you're going to see in most of my videos because this is the save I use the most. But this is our little castle up here that we built prior to the update. So it did get terraformed a little bit, but we made do with what we have now. And we also have a roommate for this one. So, you know, somebody to kind of stay around back at the base and take care of things while we're out adventuring and killing insects. So we'll give you guys a little bit of a closer look at it. So we've got just a couple dew collectors here on the outside. And in hoping for base raids, we tried to build these little towers out here on the corners. that we could shoot arrows from and stuff like that, maybe throw explosives from. But still no base raids yet, so in the future maybe that's still going to be an option. So we come down here. This was all terraformed, so we had to redo this whole front area and turn this on. So we've got our little armor dummies here, just, you know, pledging their allegiance to us as we walk through. Go take a look up the towers here. So this is basic, all mushroom brick around here with stem floors. We just put some pillars on the sides and then built up around here as well with half walls, half curved walls. Those are all the same all the way around. We still got some lighting to add. This is just another little room that we were going to add with some storage up here, I believe. We got a little lookout over here too, so we can kind of see what's going on. We can peep what's going on up there from here. So that little room. Go ahead to the other side. This is just basic. I haven't done a lot of decorating in this one. So we just do have our little bedroom in here, pretty bare. We got a little sitting area up here with our fireplace. So you can kind of see that. It's kind of nice to sit back, relax, and enjoy the fire. So, got a nice chimney outside and everything too. We'll go take a look at that. And then down here on the middle floor is obviously our work area. So we got all our spinning wheels. We've got all our chests. We've got our workbench right here in the middle. And then just some storage and all our ovens over here. And then you can hear our little roommate down there. So he's got his own room down here. Down here in the basement, we've got our jerky racks. And of course, again, I like having extra doors to get out. So we have this one right over here by the leaf. So that's typically where we come in if we're over on that side. Then we'll go take a look out here. And you know him, you love him. It's our pet roly-poly, our roommate Reggie. So he's still hanging out over here. We actually increased his room size a little bit because he was running around a lot more. And then we have our access right out here. So he's got a little shade. And then that's basically it for this base. This is the chimney right here. You can see on the outside. So we're going to go ahead and I got one more little thing to show you guys. So we're going to go ahead and grab a quick nap. And then we'll go show you what we're working on in the future. So we'll be right back. Alright, so just outside of our base over here, we got this little area to get up over here so I can avoid the coal. So you can see our base right there. It's just another little outpost, so when I'm running out, if I forget water or food or something like that, I can get that right here. But we're trying to do a new build over here, whether you want to call it a hunting lodge for the scarabs or just a base that's going to be closer to the action. We're building up over here on these flat rocks, which is actually a really good location for a base because none of the other insects will get up here. So you've seen some of the videos, obviously I've been over here. But we're trying to utilize the weed stems and the burr floors, which are really expensive to make right now. But so this is what we're working on now. We'll see how far along we get by the time the next update comes, because lint is pretty hard to come by right now. But that's the overall idea right now. Again, one door there, one door over here. We're gonna come up this way. We'll have a little loft area up here or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that's all the bases in this one. Again, this is my main save, so I think you can see from the beginning where we started to where we are now. We're putting a little bit more detail, a little more creativity into them. So again, that's all we got for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and comment down below. And again, hit me up with those videos of your bases or pictures or whatever so we can show them in a future video. I'd love to see them. So that's all we got. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other's, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay original, my friends. Later.